Planning Board, Mr. Roznoy. Ms. Wentworth, I think you have to relinquish the podium. You can stay forward if you want.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Richard Roznoy from Precinct 9, and also on behalf of Planning Board, I move to refer this article back to the board for further study.
Second. Motion has been made and seconded. You may speak to your motion.
That study will be in the context of all of the other parking studies and work already underway. As many of you may recall, at the very first session of town meeting, I presented to you the completed transportation plan for the town. It has now been accepted by the Select Board. The transportation plan has, as one of its major components, the issue of parking, which needs to be addressed. Another issue that's happening in town, many of you have been participating in the parking forums that have been well attended. They've produced valuable information and many diverse ideas and alternatives as to how to proceed about parking, especially downtown. The parking forums will combine the information that they've come up with information in the transportation plan, and those will be combined so that the Select Board and the town manager will determine how to proceed to address the town's parking needs in general. As you've just seen by the petitioner, it has been town meeting's intention to create the municipal parking district, and it was this town meeting which approved expansion of the parking district into the north end of the downtown. The punitive inflexibility and overly simplistic nature of the amendments proposed in Article 24 will be reasons themselves to refer this article, along with the...
I'm listening carefully, and he was referring to the wording and the language of the article and not to a speaker, and I will allow it. Is this a new point of order? Because I already said I will allow what he said to continue. Okay, you can use the microphone.
I'm concerned about distinctions. I'm John Fox, Precinct 10. I think you ruled earlier that the word equitable was troublesome to you. This presenter is using the word punitive. It seems to me that equitable is a much softer term than punitive, so I'm wondering how you're making these distinctions. I thought equitable was a perfectly legitimate comment.
I don't remember exactly what you're referring to, so I'm not going to address it. All I'm going to say is the speaker may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The inflexible and simplistic nature of the amendments proposed in Article 24 are reasons themselves to refer this article, along with the negative impacts the amendments would have on downtown, including the creation of nonconformities. Basically, this article would make existing downtown residential uses that have not provided 2 parking spaces, every one of those buildings would now be a nonconforming use. A wide range of options exist, and better ways to meet the parking needs for new residences can be developed. This will be a priority for the Planning Board going forward, and it will be a priority for the Transportation Task Force going forward. The Planning Board strongly recommends this article be referred back for further study.
Motion on the floor now is the motion to refer, which requires a majority vote. And we will try and limit our discussion as much as possible to the pros and cons of referral.